Let's talk about this. Alright. And y'all know I fuck with Mr. Research heavy. Okay? And continue to fuck with Mr. Research heavy, okay? But one of my criticisms of him is, and it's a constructive criticism, so it's not like I'm trying to disrespect Mr. Research or anything like that. I would never do that, because I have the utmost respect for him as a intelligent, progressive-minded, business-minded black man. Okay, now that being said, and I would also say, generational-minded black man, because we don't have enough of that in our community. We don't have enough black people who think intergenerationally about things. But with that being said, okay, I notice a repetitive theme in his videos and in his conversation. And what that theme is, it's there. Okay, you have a black man, right? And he's highly qualified or whatever. He has the experience. He has the record. He's willing to go in and get the job done. And he applies to some company or some organization, and then they either decide not to hire him or they'll hire him. And then at some point, one of the female employees starts murmuring against him or saying something against him. And next thing you know, the whole office is against him. And next thing you know, you turn around, the brother loses his job. And I've heard this theme with Mr. Research time and again. And what trips me out, what blows my mind about it is, why not put yourself in a positive position or in a more powerful position? Because he said that, he had some job working for this white dude, I guess, working for some white dude. He said he was a good guy or whatever. He said he was a nice guy, nice man, whatever. He enjoyed his job. He said that he got along with everybody in the office until one day, I guess one day somehow that white guy hires some white lady. Now, he gave very little information about the white lady. I wish he had gave more information, because I think if he'd have given more information, we would have had a better picture, or we would have been able to draw a better picture of what went on. Just like when he talked about the black female hiring board that didn't hire him at that hospital in Atlanta. I said the same thing. I said, how old was the lady? That's what I want to know. Was it a young lady? Was it a middle-aged lady? Or was it an older lady? That's very important. How old was the lady? How much experience did she have in that field? Okay? What was her position in the company? I want to know those things, because it shouldn't have been that easy for her to just come in like he claims. And he said that at cigarette breaks, when they would take cigarette breaks, I guess his boss and this white lady, I guess, would take a cigarette break. That's what he called it. And he said that at those cigarette breaks, okay, that's when she would say like the negative stuff about him. This is what he claims. Okay, I don't, we only hearing his side of the story. I'm not saying Mr. Research is not credible, but anytime you have a story like this, you want as much information so that people can come off and make the best interpretation of that information. Okay? He said, Mr. Research said that he was getting along with everybody in the office. He was, he was their boy. Okay? Until this lady showed up. Now let me get into that part. Okay? Because when you're in corporate America, we call ourselves business-minded black men. We call ourselves the new manosphere and all that. Okay? When you have a job working for another motherfucker, okay? I'm going to say this. I'm going to go on the record with this. Part of your job, as you working with another motherfucker, for another motherfucker, part of your job is protecting yourself. That's part of the strategy. That's part of the strategy. It's not the whole strategy, but it's part of it. Okay? You have to do whatever it is you can do and say, okay, how do I protect myself in this job? Okay, how do I protect myself? How do I help myself? Okay? Because what you can't do is get in a job and just expect people to be fair to you. You can't do that. You have to be proactive yourself. Okay, you have to use your own mind and your own brain to, okay, how do I help myself in this job first? Okay, because the EEOC ain't gonna respond right away. Okay, it could take years to get an EEOC settlement. Okay? I want to know why, when this white lady supposedly was going on the cigarette breaks with the boss, I guess, and saying negative things about him, I want to know, what was he doing during that time? You mean to tell me you just let this lady, you knew this lady was saying negative things about you to the other employees and all that, you didn't try to do nothing? I want to know, what was your relationship with those other employees? That's what I want to know. You said you was cool with him. Was you really cool with him? Why was it that easy for some new chick, and this lady had just been hired? She was new to the company, I guess. Why was it that easy for her to just come in and murmur against you to some random ass other motherfuckers, and then you look up, you lose your job? Why was it that easy? It shouldn't have been that easy. Another thing, and Mr. Research didn't even mention this at all. Do you know if or not that lady was related to the boss? Because she could have very well been his fucking cousin. Okay, she could have very well been. It could have very well been like that. Okay? Alright? This chick could have been his fucking cousin. That could have been his family. That's why. Have you thought about that? Now, I know in the end it really don't fucking matter, because Mr. Research, he did get his settlement in court for it. And the judge said, even the judge agreed with him, because Mr. Research, he had that lawyer money, which was smart on his part. But the judge in the courtroom said, hey, you gave this guy all types of positive, awards and all types of, you know what I mean? And that kind of thing. You said all types of good things about him, and positive comments and stuff. And And it seemed like it all stopped when this one employee came to the table.